I don't remember him being a practical joker at the station. I remember him just enjoying his time there. And I remember him playing along. We had a pretty dynamic young group in Sports 11, Mike Lonsborough and Mike Toth and myself. And so I think we were steering the practical jokes. Mike Lonsborough was the practical joker, and Eddie was often the butt end of his jokes. So I think Ed was just taking the pummeling more than giving it out then. Perhaps earlier on he might have been, because he has a great sense of humor and he doesn't mind poking fun at himself. But I just remember him playing along. I remember him not taking himself too seriously. There was a way, we had a big box under our desk with crazy clothes and wigs and stuff. And Lonsborough would go on the air and imitate Ed. There is you can see it on YouTube now, Ed Whalen, the Honky Tonk Man. Mike Toth played a Honky Tonk Man, a wrestler. And Lonsborough plays Ed Whalen with this wig. And it pokes fun of Ed pretty good. You got to check this out because it is funny, where they go to a Stampeder's house and something like this, and they have this big limousine, and they got these two gorgeous girls with them, and there's a funny line in that. So they have the top of the limousine, the roof, the sunroof, and they're looking out, and there's Ed Whalen, as the car is moving, there's shots of him looking around like this. He goes, "Oh, there's Nomi, duck!" Now, a lot of guys at Ed's age, and he was probably in his mid-60s or something like that at that point, he might have got upset. He didn't get upset. It was all in fun. It was pretty funny because there they are, the Honky Tonk Man, this wrestler, Mike Toth, and Ed Whalen. Oh, it was so funny. So I remember Ed having a great personality. When Mike Toth returned to the station after being away for a year or two, we had this real dramatic build-up on Sports 11. He's coming back. We had cheerleaders and we had bands. And every time, the door's opening, he was coming in. Well, it would be... It'd be the security guard. Hey, you guys here, your black car. So there's always false alarms. And one time, it wasn't Mike Toth coming to the door. It was Ed Whalen in a house coat. "Are you guys okay? I was sleeping. I didn't know if you needed some help." So he was always willing, as a senior guy, to come and be dressed in a house coat and slippers. He was willing to do that. So, that I think... Not a lot of older guys in this business because their image was too important. Eddie was not worried about the image. Poke fun at him, whatever you want. Just let me be part of the show. Let me be part. So that's what I remember. I do recall I only arrived at the station for about 3 years. So it's been 1987. Did Ed turn 60 in 1987? Yeah. When Ed turned 60 in the newsroom, we had a stripper come. And... imagine doing that now. There is no way human resources would allow that. They would call us up for sexual harassment. Anyways, but everybody in the newsroom, I think the news director signed off on it with these big wooden desks, and she got up on the desk. And Ed, it was during Stampede, because I think Ed's birthday is July 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So it was during Stampede, and Ed's got his little... You ever seen Ed in his Stampede outfit? He looks like the silliest cowboy in the world. A little bolero tie and a little plastic vest. But there is Ed sitting like this watching this stripper like that. "Oh, this is great!" Oh man, it was funny. Oh, it was fine. One time we had to do an open for the Flames on 2 and 7. We're in Chicago. It's the Windy City. So to have a fun open, we thought there's John Garrett, our color commentator, Ed Whalen, myself, the three amigos kind of walking down Michigan Avenue or whatever it was in Chicago, and the wind's howling. Well, it was howling, and Ed's hair started moving. I sort of aborted. I just said, let's go into here, the restaurant. I kind of bumped him into this sheltered area, and he was so grateful because he was walking down like this, and I had this great fear of chasing Ed's wig down Michigan Avenue, rolling down, and so I wasn't trying to be. He thought I was just being nice and considerate to him. Really, I just I had the fear in my mind of chasing his wig down the street. He and I went to Alcatraz. The San Jose Sharks first played out of San Francisco when they started in the early 90s. And so Ed and I were there the day before the game, so we went to Alcatraz. And again, that's another windy situation. But you go on a boat, of course, Alcatraz. Well, I tell you, Eddie, I think Eddie had two hands on his toupee. And I said, "You okay, Ed? I need a chin strap, kid." So that's, yeah. So, I don't know about a practical joker, but those kinds of stories resonate with me about having fun at his own expense.
Everyone has a story. It's time to tell yours.